Hi and welcome. I'm back with Kaya, our wonder dog, our studio mascot. And Kaya teaches us a lot around relationship to gravity. She knows how to release into gravity. And when we're looking at what we mean by core whisperer, and I've discussed with many of you over the years how I haven't stretched in years. And there are numbers of blogs now that are speaking about how stretching is not such a good idea because it actually is counterproductive to the body, to thinking of your body as a holistic, biointelligent organism rather than a machine to be trained and fixed. So I really want to look with you right now at how our hamstrings, the back of the leg, once again, which is one of the most stretched muscles, how to engage the back of your leg in a way that there's a dynamic balance that's created through your body. So let's look for a second at what a static stretch, this is your classic hamstring stretch, right? And what I'm doing is I'm pulling my hip back as I go forward. Now, basically what I'm feeling here is I'm feeling a lot of tension through the back of my leg, even though I have supple hamstrings. But this is not a really productive stretch for me. It doesn't feel good because what I understand now about stretching is rather than yanking on a muscle, how does a tightness in the body get compensated in other areas? So rather than trying to stretch what's tight, how do we balance that tightness by asking other areas that may not be working to engage fully? So we're not fighting what's called the stretch reflex in a tight muscle, where you start yanking on it, it rebounds and actually gets tighter and never really changes. So another way of looking at engaging the hamstring is to follow our theory of, well, it's what we do in Pilates with elephant or knee stretches, but we take it into the fascial dog, our fascial dog series. So think fascial dog 1. Notice how I'm just lengthening my tail away from my hands. So now I'm actually talking to my spine in relationship to my legs. And right away, without even thinking of my hamstrings, they are lengthening. They're lengthening tremendously. And they're dynamically lengthening because my spine is now involved with my legs. My hips are opening. When you go on the ball of your foot, just slightly, that energizes your spine more. Inhale there. So now the breath is opening up every cell in my body. Exhale. Keep your spine floating toward the ceiling and just release your heels toward the mat. So now you're moving the leg in a dynamic way, down and up. The down of the shoulder blade, sit bone, tailbone into the tripod of the foot, and the up of the inner ankle, inner thigh, internal belly along the front of the spine to the inner ear. There's a dynamic that's happening just in the way that you're elongating your spine. So the ribs are floating up, upper spine is moving this way, lower spine is moving that way. And that impacts the way your legs work. This can go on and on and on, and it's huge, and it will transform your Pilates and yoga practice. So I invite you to keep exploring with me, what is it to be a core whisperer? What is it to enervate and balance and nourish and really communicate with our bodies in a dynamic way? See you soon.
Again. Okay, you can do your intro.
Okay.